Thank you for the wonderful introduction, Vikas. I'll start sharing my screen. Just let me know if it's visible.
It's visible now.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Marketing Cloud Mobile Studio show and tell session. I'll just add my 2 lines to my introduction, which Vikas has given. I come from a background in marketing management as a post-graduation, and I've been in the Salesforce community for more than a couple of years now. And for the past few months, I've been heavily involved in digital marketing. And my lieutenant for today, Ajay Singh Shekhawat, he's also a marketing enthusiast, and he will be also contributing to today's session. So let's go then. Okay, so here's a fun exercise before we jump into the session. Imagine that our Jaipur marketers team has gone ahead and created an app, right? And they want to target their audience with mobile push notifications that can help them achieve the desired engagement, which they haven't seen before. So someone, or say me, has just signed up for Jaipur Marketers, attended one session, and the Jaipur Marketers team is thinking about sending him or me a push notification. So which of these 2 notifications are most likely to be opened by you? Just have a look at it and post your opinion in the comments or in the chat window. The end goal of both of these notifications is the same, is to get you or me to explore what Jaipur Marketer sessions are all about. So take your time, share your opinion in the chat window if you want to. But for me, the difference is pretty clear. The second notification is more personalized and gives an impression that the content has been curated just for me, right? That's the power of having a good notification come your way. And you must have seen in the new age startups that have come in, the notifications and the level of creativity that they put into the notification sometimes just forces you to open and explore what the information is all about. Okay, let's talk about the paradigm shift that has happened. And when I say the paradigm shift, I'm obviously talking about the post-COVID life, how it has changed our lifestyle, or our life rather. And let's see how the marketers have stepped up. I read in 2017 in a case study by a reputed firm that there will be a time soon that chief marketing officers will be more invested into IT than a chief information officer, right? That seemed like a far-fetched dream, but when you see the current times, everyone is talking about personalization, right, and customization. And I'm not here to bore you with those personalization and customization stats, but I'm gonna bore you with some different stats. So the first one is that, and this is coming from Salesforce own research, 90% of the digital engage, I mean, the marketers are heavily invested in changing their digital engagement strategy. And there are key 3 points that I can find to relate with it. Number one, the engagement touch points are digital more than ever, right? Second could be that the heavy investment that we have seen in digital marketing and advertising, especially with new age startups, is changing the entire tide, to be honest. And the third would be the collaboration that is happening across platforms to deliver a unified customer experience. So it's not just your social media marketing, it's also your video marketing, your interactive emails, your mobile push notifications, and each and everything. So what does it have for mobile users, right? Especially for India market. Here's an interesting stat. Did you know that 60% of Indian mobile users check their smartphones within 5 minutes of waking up? So as a marketer, you have an avenue to touch base with your customer as soon as they're awake and kicking. And dare I say, no other means of digital marketing can guarantee that as soon as you send them a communication, they are more probable to open it up, right? And for the last 1 year, we have seen there has been a 98% growth in mobile applications usage, right? And the mobile push itself has seen 145% increase in the past 1 year. So I could not make that wheel for 145%, but just wanted to send my point across. So if you still believe that mobile marketing is the next big bet, we may have missed the bus already, right? It is no longer a marketing trend on the rise, but it's more of an unstoppable force, if you say. And the rise of super apps, personalized advertising, and massive high open rate that it offers, its efficacy, the efficiency, and the way it meets the customer expectation, it has no bounds, right? So how do we engage our users across every mobile channel, right? The very best thing about mobile marketing is that although it is a single platform thing, but it offers multiple channels to engage with your target audience. So whether it is chat services, your interactive emails, SMS, the big old daddy of marketing, or your push notifications, which come from your in-app communication points, right? So everything has a different channel, but the platform stays the same. So you have different avenues to target. And how do you ensure that you have real-time engagement coming in through these multiple channels? If you see, they can be classified into 4 basic categories. One would be your mobile optimized experience, and in a recent stat, it has been mentioned that 70% of the web traffic, right, the traffic that is coming on the websites, comes from mobile devices now. So what does it mean? Right. Only a dinosaur will think about investing in a desktop only experience. Unless you offer mobile optimized experience, your customers will never stay engaged for long. SMSs. I think SMSs are the best way to send alerts or transactional message to your subscribers, right? They have a very high open rate. We'll talk about it later. And how do you engage people through mobile app engagement? Through engaging services offered through mobile applications, right? We can ensure that users stay logged in for good. However, a marketer should be wary of marketing communications that can put your audiences off, right? As I say, even if you are most worried about getting your notifications turned off, your user will take even less time to uninstall your application forever. So a push notification overkill, a content overkill, can do more damage than you anticipate. And mobile customer service. So from my own experience, in the past 1 year, I haven't called any customer service center. It's always been on mobile, either through WhatsApp or through the mobile in-app mobile messages, right? So the 3 key areas, which are SMS, app engagement, and mobile customer service, these all are part of our mobile studio. So now let's now give a introduction to mobile studio now. So Salesforce has never been a market follower, right? It's rather always been a market leader when it comes to technology and innovations in the field of sales and marketing, right? So let's talk about it. So here's Karen, an enthusiastic digital marketer, and she's looking to increase engagement and interaction with her target audience through mobile, right? So what does Salesforce have in store for her? 3 key pillars. MobileConnect, this is for SMS messaging. Mobile push, this is for your mobile push notifications and app messages. And Group Connect. So Group Connect is relatively a bit unknown, especially in India market, because it basically uses Line, which is not very popular here, but it has its own application when it comes to chat or app messaging, right? So with Mobile Studio, Salesforce has actually come up with a comprehensive mobile marketing solution that drives real-time and unique customer engagement, right? Also, capitalizing on these capabilities and utilizing Einstein capabilities like engagement scoring and send time optimization, you can unleash full potential of your marketing communication strategy by predicting the engagement and likelihood of opening the messages. So the three key pillars of Mobile Studio are SMS, app engagement, and chat or app messaging, right? We'll talk about each one of them in our next slide. So MobileConnect or reaching your customers through SMS. So if you wish to reach your audience with automated and custom SMS messages and alerts communicating about deals or discounts or in-app purchasing, then MobileConnect is your answer. And you also have reports in your marketing cloud to analyze and review the efficiency of your SMS communications. So why does the world still invest in SMSs? It's been more than a decade now since we have seen SMS advertising coming in. The stat is right at your screen, right? A 98% open rate. So this is a fantastic advantage that SMS has, because 98% open rate practically ensures that your each communication has at least been opened or viewed by your target audience. Also, brands can use texting for more immediate and sales related offers such as vouchers, discounts, promotions, right? So right now, if you talk about food delivery apps or grocery delivery startups, you seldom go to their website and order anything, right? It's always done through your mobile application. I for one haven't ordered anything from a desktop site for the past couple of years at least. So everything is coming into the mobile part and making sure that your SMSs are targeted in a manner that you have some automation written in so that the correct message is delivered at the correct time is very important. We'll talk about mobile app engagement in detail. I'll let Ajay to take over, and he'll be talking about mobile app engagement part, which is your mobile push, and then we'll go for the demo. So Ajay, can you please proceed with it? Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Aditya. That was very well explained what Mobile Studio offers. So now moving ahead, we will talk about mobile app engagement. Let's say you have an app and want to catch your on-the-go customers and elevate their experience, but you don't know how to do that. So Mobile Studio offers you a tailored custom communication where you can put certain people with common interest and send out push notifications, push messages to them. When we send push notifications, we are interacting with the customer, which helps us as a company to gain their trust and retain them. We can also use rich content messages, which include sounds, pictures in our push notifications. So, we don't humdrum our users with plain old text messages. And now, time of AI, we can integrate AI in mobile push, so we can send time optimization messages in order to personalize push deployment for each and every individual user. Okay, now we know why app engagement is necessary. Let's move ahead and see how we actually achieve this. So inside Mobile Studio in Salesforce Marketing Cloud, you will find Mobile Push, a tool that is used for creating and sending push notifications. So you will be able to schedule or trigger your notifications or even include them in your customer journeys. So basically, Mobile Push offers outbound, location entry, location exit beacons, and inbox messages. So these can be broadly categorized into two main categories: simple notifications and location-based notifications. As the name suggests, outbound, location, and beacon messages are displayed in form of push notifications directly from the app, while the inbox deliver messages directly to an user's inbox who have actually opted out of your push notifications. So either way, we are going to reach the customer in a way. So we can send outbound and inbox messages on basis of demographics for a particular user. So let's say sending to a common group of people who have a common interest. We can send them inbox and outbound messages, while location entry, location exit, and beacon messages are sent on basis of a user's location. So moving ahead, let's say location entry and location exit are also known as geofence messages and beacon messages. So these two actually complement each other. Geofence messages allows you to target your marketing at macro level. Let's say when a customer enters a hotel, so you can send them a welcome text that, welcome to Hilton or so and so. On the other hand, beacon allows you to target your marketing at micro level. When a customer enters a particular shop, you can send them a notification that we are offering 5% additional discount on top of this product, so and so. Okay, now look at a couple of use cases for both of these to understand them a bit better. To give customers a more personalized experience, a customer would receive a welcome notification as soon as they walk through the doors of a resort. And as they're walking through, they would again receive a push notification stating that cafeteria, all the beverages are available at 50%. So this is the best way we can use push notifications. And most popular and real world scenario of a beacon use case would be, so an NBA team, basketball team known as Indiana Pacers, they are using Salesforce. So with time, they started to look beyond email marketing as their primary outbound messaging. So they used Journey Builder and they created customer journeys, engaging communication on social media, sending personalized emails leading up to games, and then pushing real-time offers during the game through the Pacers mobile application. Well, how smart that is. You can, as soon as the break is there, you're going to target your audience stating that this thing is at off, and now you can buy this at the store, and all this during game, and people enjoy it. This is the way we engage more and more customers. All right, now moving ahead, it's time for demo. But before we dig deep into demo, let's talk about how the app is built. So we start by setting up your mobile push SDK and integrating it in our application. Why? Well, the SDK provides the required elements to connect your company's app to mobile push. That way we can send push notifications directly from Salesforce Marketing Cloud to users' mobile. Okay, now let's see how we actually do that. Over to you, Aditya.
Thank you, Ajay. I'll share my screen again and we'll see in the system itself how it works out. You guys can see my screen, right?
Yep. Is it a PPT with this demo time?
It's a PPT. It's with the demo time. You can see the Marketing Cloud now, right?
Yep.
Thank you. So this is a familiar page for everyone, right? I do not need to introduce about the importance and what studios and builders are, but I'll talk about where Mobile Studio resides. So the three key pillars that we talked about, I'm sorry, I just stopped my video. So the three key pillars we talked about, Mobile Connect, Mobile Push, and Group Connect. These all are part of our Mobile Studio. Now, we'll give a demo on Mobile Push now. So if you go to Mobile Push, the screen has two options. One is for sends, that is for you to create push notifications on the fly. And then the administration part, and which is all about settings. So if you see the screen, there are some inter-app settings that are available and some intra-app settings that are available. So the inter-app settings, which are common for all the applications that you have, include rich media and send blockout. Sorry. So rich media is all about including interactive photos in your push notifications. Do you want them enabled or not? Because here's a catch. The size does come into the play when you are about to send push notifications. We'll talk about it later, but it is an important factor to be considered. And send blockout is all about making sure that you do not have a content overkill, right? For example, I do not want to push notifications about apparels to customers between 1 a.m. in the night till 7 a.m. in the morning. That's basis my my research on the customer behavior pattern, but maybe I do not want that communication to be sent out when people are actually sleeping, right? They may get pissed off and actually uninstall my app. So these are some settings that are available for your BU. Now here's our application with a cute little logo right next to it, Jaipur Marketers, and we'll quickly show you a few settings that you need to configure, right? So once you have your application created in the system, there is some information that you need to share with your mobile SDK, and that includes your access token. app ID, and app endpoint. This is automatically created. You do not need to do anything about it. And from the mobile SDK, you need to bring in the server key. So the application that we have created is actually an Android application. So I have actually added the server key here. You do not see it here, but if you see the enabled part, that means that your Android app has been enabled. There are some optional settings as well. Custom sounds. If you want your notifications to have a custom sound, which is not a default sound that you have, then you can get it enabled here. But this is just the enablement part. The actual setting up of the ringtone will not happen in Marketing Cloud. It's just a toggle to enable it. There are other settings in the picture as well, but these are some that we wanted to show you. Now let's go ahead and create a mobile push notification on the fly. So you go to the overview tab. There is some messaging analytics that happens here based on last month history. How many notifications have I sent? What are the active apps that are available? And you can create a report also if you want just to analyze what is happening. So I'll go ahead and create a push notification now. I'll click on create message. We have already discussed the types of notification that you can send. The most utilized notification outbound, I'll select this one. I'll go ahead and give this message a name. So let's imagine that Jaipur Marketers, because the app is called Jaipur Marketers, is coming up with a social studio session next. And being part of the Jaipur Marketers marketing team, I want to send out a push notification to everyone that a social studio session is about to happen. So I'll just write it as social studio session is here, right? I've written it. I can select the app that I want to. There's just one app. So I'll keep it that way. Send method, there are different ways to initiate a send. One could be a scheduled send, which you can do it right now or at a scheduled time. It could be API triggered as well, and it can also come in as part of an automation. And the push methods are also available, which are alert, which is a simple text only alert to your mobile application, or an alert plus cloud page, which is about directing the customer to a mobile optimized website. So I'll keep it simple for now. I'll choose alert. I'll click on next. There are two ways to select the audience. One could be your contact list and data extension. I'm sure everyone is aware about it. For the data extension, there is one thing which is mandatory, is that you should have a contact key for every entry that you want this communication to be sent out to. Right, and by contact list, I'm talking about the mobile list that you prepare for sending out your communication. So I'll be selecting contact list now. I'll choose an existing contact list that I have created. I can also use an exclusion list. So it can happen that you have 100 target audience members in one contact list and you want to exclude 50 out of them. So you can go ahead and drag and drop that list over here. So just to show, I'm sorry. Just a second. Yep, I've done exclusion of the first list and I'm including the second list, right? That's just for your reference. I'll select this application, sorry, the contact list. The audience count is available to me. I'll go ahead and define the contact. Remember, I'm making it on the fly. I'm not actually making use of any content that is available in my library. So this is how it is supposed to be. So I'll give it a title like social studio session is here. And you can see the preview on the right hand side that comes in, right? You have iOS 10 preview, iOS 9 preview, Android preview, and Apple Watch preview that can come in. Also, depending on which screen the notification is going to come in, whether it's going to be a lock screen or a long press or an alert or a banner. All of this is provided here just to make sure that your content is curated in a very optimized manner. Now here's the deal about the size of the notification that you can send. So for Android, it's almost 4K bytes. and for iOS it's 2K bytes. So we have to make sure that our content is created in a manner that we are utilizing the size optimally. So I'll include the title here. I'll go ahead and write a subtitle. We'll check out the new session in line. And I will include a message. So I can include personalization that I want to. I can include my first name, last name, or maybe my city, depending on whatever the data that you have filled in. So you can include your first name and last name and everything, right? The preview is not available for it, but you get the idea what we are talking about. So just to make the preview available, I'll type in my name. So it's going to be Hey Adi. Thanks for being a part of this community. Here is a session for you to check out, right? So depending on the message that you want to share across, you can always go ahead and cut it out or abbreviate it. It's another way to make it fit. I'm not a big fan of this abbreviation, but you get the point what's happening here, right? Do you want to add media? You can add an iOS URL or an Android URL. That's not a big deal. Custom sound we have already discussed. That's pretty much it. Any open direct links that you want to put in, that you can do as well. So I've defined my content. You can see the content on the right hand screen. I'll click on next. So right now this app has been installed in Ajay's phone and my phone, right? So we'll try to share our screen and show you the notification when we receive it. Here is the delivery options. Either it's immediate or future. So for the sake of this demo, I'll choose it as immediate, and then I'll click on send. Ajay, do let me know if you receive the notification by any chance. It usually takes a couple of minutes to come in, and you can view the message that you have sent as well. And in the sends, you can see the scheduled job it has, and the report is going to come in. It's going to take some time to update, but you get the idea that you can see whether it has been sent to what number of people, how many were delivered, how many failed, and each and everything. So this is how it is. Now I'll show you another way of doing it. How do I move this banner from my screen? Right. So this is a simple way to create your push notifications on the fly, but you can make use of your journeys and content builder for the same, right? So for example, I've created this content here for the mobile push demo, and this is a social studio notification. The same old story. It's like creating any other content. I'll show you the options that it offers you. Given your title, given your subtitle, your message that you want to send across, you can add media here as well. If you see the logo that has come in, you can optimize your media basis the kind of notification that you want to send, right? So for lock screen, this is the preview, but if I change it for alert will not have this media coming in, right? So it depends on the use case that you have. You can use different media for Android and iPhone as well. And then there's an interesting thing called open behavior. So for open behavior, there are different paths that you can define for your user whenever they open their notification, right? So one could be that the notification has come in, you click on it, it opens the app, or it directs you to an app URL. So for example, all the Zomato notification that you receive that it's Friday, time for some biryani. When you click on it, you are directed to a filtered list of all the biryani outlets that are out there. This is for India audience only, but you get the idea. Or you can direct them to a web page URL, right? Or to a cloud page. So if I choose web page URL, I'll be redirecting it to the Jaipur marketers page because it makes sense for me to have them directed to the Jaipur marketers page, because that's where the post has come in, and that's where the link for registration has come. So you get the idea how you define your content, right? So I'll keep it saved. And the usage of it in journey is very simple. This is a very simple journey that we have created. And inside that journey, I'll show you how this content has come in. So you have defined the audience, if you remember the contact list that I had added in, right? I've put the schedule as well. For example, if I want to send this notification as a campaign, right? It will start at from 6th September as soon as we are done with this show and tell. And every day of the week, I'll keep sending this notification to my user until September 16th, because on September 17th, I'll be having the show and tell session on Social Studio. I'm talking about this Social Studio notification that I've shown here. So I can schedule it based on the type of engagement I want to bring in, or the frequency of communication that I want to put forward. Then basically each and everything is absolutely same that happens in a social sorry, not in a Social Studio, but in a journey builder. Here I have added my push notification, and I'll quickly show you what are the options that are available. Okay, it's showing me a push notification because, okay, I'll just quickly create a new journey and I'll show you how it is supposed to be. So if you see the options to creating a journey, there are different ones. Maybe I want to create a single send journey and I can see the push already coming in, right? So I'll click on here. I'll define my audience like I've defined before. New premium customer. And I'll define the push notification that I want to send in. So scheduling part, you can take care yourself basis your previous experience in sending emails and everything. So it's going to be Social Studio notification. So I'll be selecting a message. Content builder messages is what I'm going for. This is a folder where I've kept my message. This is the one. I'll select this one, just making sure that I'm not missing out on any of the option. Right now, I'll configure the message. So I'll select the app on which I want to send this message, like we have seen in the previous way of creating a notification. Then delivery method. You are aware about the notification sound thing that we talked about, a custom sound or a device default. So I'll keep it device default. And we have advanced options that are no longer required. So this is it. Pretty simple and straightforward. And then you can define your schedule for sending out a notification, right? At specific date and time, you can define how it is supposed to be from 3rd. That defines in the future, I'm sorry. So it starts from 6th, right? And 12:30, it's a one single push notification. That's why it's gonna be scheduled at one date only, and you can define your time zones as well. So these are the two simple ways through which you can send push notification through a journey by scheduling it and making use of the content that you have already created. Or you can go ahead and create a notification on the fly like we showed you with our previous approach. So these are the two ways through which your notification can be created. Just one more thing before we wrap it up. For mobile push, the different options that you see for location based and for beacon. Beacon has a limit set for 50 meters. So the device has to be within the 50 meters distance of a beacon for it to be working efficiently. Right, so that's one more trivia that you should know, and that's how the beacon differs from a location entry and location exit path that Ajay talked about. So this is it, a simple quick demo of sending push notifications through two different ways. Ajay, were you able to receive the notification? or I can go ahead and share my screen.
It's okay, Aditya. You can go ahead and share yours.
Okay, I'm just gonna stop the screen share once so that I can mirror my mobile. Just give me a second and I'll show you how this notification has come in. In the meantime, Ajay, if you feel we have missed out on anything, you can go ahead and talk about it. I'm just going to take a minute to mirror my system. Can you guys see my screen again?
Yeah,
By
I
any
think it's
chance?
coming. Yeah, it's coming.
Okay. Okay. So just to show you, this is the push notification that I had created. You can see it, right? This is my app. And this is the push notification that I had sent, making use of the abbreviations and whatnot. So pretty simple way to create push notifications. The complications you can put in based on your audience segmentation, the suppression list, every capability of journey builder that you can think of, and utilize your automations in a manner that the efficacy and efficiency is at the top. So that is it for a quick demo. Thank you for your time, and over to you, Vikas.